Coming up, live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here. Now Atlanta starting five. Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Darius Garland. And it's Carter in at the 5. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. And it's Stevens in at the 4. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Here's prime time, guarded by Garland. For 3.
Hey, yo, grab it!
Prime time, can't get it to go. On the wing, Daniels. McDaniels covering. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Jaden McDaniels picks one up. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game now. First one falls for him. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Prime time, can't get it to go. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Here's Daniels. Pass to Garland. It's rebounded by Prime Time. About a minute into this first quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Daniels passes to Garland. With the 10-footer, Daniels, that one's true. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about how his team is prepared to defend against Darius Garland, and Coach said we need to communicate and stay on our toes defensively, whether it's scoring or passing the ball. Garland is a creative player who knows how to manipulate opposing defenses. We should be able to hear his defense talking tonight, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Ricochet, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Prime Time, guarded by Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson with a double team. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
So it's Minnesota now. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Garland. Great look, but off the mark.
Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Edwards. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, look at the concentration. Through contact, Edwards gets the shot off. Just a tremendous fight.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the night here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Right side Garland. The baseline J is on the way. And Atlanta misses again. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Primetime passes to Stevens. Here's Primetime, covered by Johnson. 6 to shoot. Here's Primetime. We saw him with 39 points last game. Here's Wingate, second chance effort. Oh, nice D from Carter.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Here's Daniels. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. The Hawks need to get one up here. Here's Garland. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Pretty interesting adjustment from Garland on that attempt.
The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Primetime. 5 points in the game. Hits the three-pointer. Primetime's got 8 points.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Pass to Rizachet. Garland feeling it out a bit. And it's slammed in by Carter.
I mean, the second effort from Carter Jr., real nice motor on this guy.
Here's Primetime. Give him 8 points now. From 10 feet away. Good. He hits the jumper. 10 points for him.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Here's Garland. Got a hand on it. Here's Primetime. Guarded by Garland. Shoots from the block. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
They're really working the paint now.
Hawks trail by 7. Outside Garland from the stripe. It's rebounded by Primetime.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Wingate. And he can't bank that one in.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Nails it from 3.
Well, good to see Garland score the ball without dominating it.
Minnesota leading by 4. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
Atlanta with the ball, following the score by Minnesota. Pass to Carter. Blocked! Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Stevens. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 8-point game. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the 2 games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Here's Primetime. 12 points for him. It's Edwards on the wing. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
Minnesota leading by 17. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Rizachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Then it's Darius Garland. Then it's Wendell Carter. Here's Primetime. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Clock at 6. Inside. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Carter. Back to Garland. That's in. He's shooting 3 for 10 from the floor now.
Well, Garland's able to work around the defense that time. Pretty agile from the small guard.
Here's Primetime, guarded by Garland. Here's Primetime. Clock at 4. It's McDaniels on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
The defense trying to take other things away, so he steps up and buries the triple.
Pass to Carter. Guarded by Quickly.
Timberwolves foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Oh, it's stolen. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Pushing it up now. Nice shot by Stevens. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And I don't know if everybody's getting in this block party flow, but that's what's happening tonight. They've done a great job of being aggressive on all the shooters.
It's his first trip to the line, and he drops the first. And he makes the first, but misses the second. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, Primetime in their last time out against the Wizards was outstanding. He had 39 points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And now the Hawks on the break. Count it. Garland's got 9.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Prime time. Can't get it to go.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Garland, the pass to Johnson. Out to Garland. There's the 3. Knocks it down from distance. 12 points for him.
Well, Garland, a volume shooter right now from deep. He's capable of getting hot.
Here's Primetime, guarded by Garland. 4-3. Hits the trifecta. Primetime's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Garland. And again, it's Atlanta. Minnesota leading by 20. To the paint. Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
B.A., when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
Guarded by Quickly. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Timberwolves lead by 22. Here's Primetime. He's got 18. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Garland, the pass to Carter. Guarded by Quickly. It's deflected.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
To the right side. Here's Wingate. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Garland for 3. They get the rebound. Here's Johnson. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Murray's checked in for Stevens. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Here's Primetime. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Five on the clock. It's McDaniels on the wing. The 3, 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Oh, there's the alley. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Primetime passes to Wingate. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Carter. Quickly with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Primetime. Give him 20. Left side Murray. Pass to Primetime. Back to Daniels. This one for 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Jaden McDaniels. 1 shot.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an almost surefire victory here, up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this.
42.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And for Atlanta, they're shooting just 33% so far in this game. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. And it's Stevens in at the 4 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Here's Risache, following the score by Minnesota. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Just got to be able to read from the point guard position, and Garland did a nice job there.
Here's Primetime. It's Edwards on the wing. Fires the three. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
Who poked away? And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's primetime. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Down low. Here's Garland. And the layup is good off the glass. Garland's got 16 points now.
Now, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
Here's primetime. 22 points for him. Fires from deep. No go for him there. 9 for 15 now.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Outside Carter. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Here's primetime. Fires in the triple. Primetime's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Risache. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here's primetime. He's got 25.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
The Hawks making a switch here.
First team foul. Hawk substitution.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
Timberwolves foul. Number 19. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Ball.
All right, now we have a moment. Here are the most efficient teams from range over the past month. The Timberwolves, number 1. The Hawks, second.
And I love the way both teams are shooting the 3 ball. They're shooting it with conviction, and it shows up in the numbers.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Garland for 3. Knocks down the triple. Garland's got 19 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's primetime. From deep. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
Ball.
And as teams are grinding through their schedules, let's see how it's going out east. You look at the Hawks, sitting pretty at this point of the season, second place and looking to move to first.
Checking out Atlanta, they've been one of the more uplifting stories in the league this season. I mean, flying under the radar coming into the year, but wow, it's been so impressive what they've done.
No doubt about it. They're one of the top teams everyone's talking about, top to bottom. Everyone in the organization, that means front office, coaches, players, just done an outstanding job this season.
Stevens, the pass to primetime. Shot clock at 6. It's McDaniels on the wing. Three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. And out on the wing, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Minnesota?
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, they're wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Here's primetime. 25 points in the game. To the middle. And Wingate gets it to go. Wingate's got 6.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Personal foul.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1.
At the line for the Hawks.
And that one falls for Carter.
Taking 2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. So it's Minnesota now. Following this game, they host the Magic. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Here's Primetime, guarded by Garland. Connects from downtown. Primetime's got 28 points for the game.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Left side, Garland. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Primetime, guarded by Garland. Here's Primetime. 28 points for him. Edwards can't hit. And he banks in the layup. He's got 5.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Primetime, guarded by Garland. Here's Primetime. It's Edwards on the wing from outside the arc. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Garland with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Risache. McDaniels covering. Oh, got a piece of it. Edwards, the pass to Primetime. The rebound by Atlanta. Carter's got rebound number 7 tonight. To the inside, Johnson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Edwards, the pass to Primetime. Clock at 6. It's McDaniels on the wing. Takes a 3. That shot, no good.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Guarded by Edwards. Doesn't go for him. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Primetime passes to Stevens. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Banked it in off the glass. He's got 7.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
To the paint. Here's Edwards. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
Now here's Garland. Guarded closely. Uses the glass on the layup. Garland's got 21 points in the game.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Risache. The shot off that time. McDaniels with some nice D.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And Wingate gets it to go.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Right side, Carter. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Johnson inside. Pass to Rizachet. To the middle. Garland, no good. Minnesota shooting great. 62% for the field and continuing to get it done.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Primetime, guarded by Garland. Primetime passes to Edwards. Off target from outside. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Back to Garland. And he lobs it up top.
Wendell Carter Jr. The assist, Darius Garland.
And for Minnesota, they're shooting a remarkable 60% clip. Very efficient. Primetime passes to Wingate. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Carter can't get it to go. 1:10 left in the third quarter here. Here's Primetime, guarded by Garland. Primetime passes to Stevens. Here's Primetime. 28 points for him. And here's Edwards outside. Atlanta with a rebound. Carter's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Rizachet. Pulls up on the wing. He's off on that one.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
29 seconds left in the third. Garland. All by himself. Moving it up. And now the Hawks on the break. Tries to break his ice. Rizachet, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
From behind the arc. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Don't see too many 39-point leads in the NBA. Incredible. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Substitution on the court.
.136 left in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Hawks. Rizachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Then it's Darius Garland, and it's Marshall in at the 5. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Atlanta is shooting only 36% so far in this game.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And for the year now, they've chalked up 35 wins.
And against a non-conference opponent, You really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for prime time.
Throwing up the trip dub, his talent and versatility shining through, but also just the sheer endurance. He went nonstop from the opening tip.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Murray. And another dime for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Poke loose. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's prime time. Guarded by Garland. Prime time. Can't get it to go. Here's Kennedy. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.